Hello and welcome to BISP Solutions. I'm Ankita Lal and our today's topic is Planning Basics and Architecture Introduction to Workforce Module. Let's have a quick introduction to Hyperion Planning. Oracle Hyperion Planning is a budgeting and planning solution that derives collaborative and event-based operational planning process. It is a comprehensive approach that derives continuous business improvement. It enhances decision making as all decision makers and frontline managers can communicate which course of action to take. We can integrate planning with a smart view to format, analyze, and report data. Hyperion planning is flexible with planning, forecasting, and scenario modeling like actual, what ifs, variances, etc., which helps in financial, operational, and revenue planning. Let's understand the concept of planning, budgeting, and forecasting. Planning is the process of developing strategies to create a competitive advantage, which is supported by goals, tasks, and timelines. Budgeting is an estimation of revenue and expenses over a specified future period of time. Both planning and budgeting are for a longer span of time. It can be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or it can be more than that. Both are same, but there is a difference between the two. Let us understand the difference between the planning and the budgeting with the help of an example. In this example, I have commenced a business for manufacturing pen, in which I have planned a gross margin for first year 5,000, second year 8,000, third year 12,000, fourth year 17,500, fifth year 24,000. To get this, to achieve the target gross margin, let's see how we are going to do that. Number of units sold for first year is 1000 and an average selling price is 25. So the revenue will be 25,000 by multiplying number of units sold with average selling price. The total direct cost is 25,000. We get this by adding the raw material cost, labor cost, manufacturing cost. After reducing the total direct cost from revenue, we get a gross margin of 5,000. This is how we achieve the first year target. For the second year, to increase the gross margin to 8,000, I have increased the number of units sold by 300 and the average selling price is the same as the first year. Because of increase in number of units sold, there is an increase in the revenue. And the total direct cost is also increased to 24,500, and after subtracting revenue from total direct cost, we get 8,000 as the gross margin. For the second year, we have strategized that we will increase the number of units sold. In the third year, we have changed our strategy in which we have increased the number of units sold and also the average selling price. Here, by increasing the number of units sold and average selling price, we get a revenue of 40,500. After reducing the total direct cost, we get a gross margin of 12,000. Exactly in the same manner, we have increased the number of units sold to 1800 at the same average selling price of 2700. But here the raw material costs are same as that of third year. Why so? It might be because of the heavy discount which we got. Because of this, our cost did not increase a lot. it has reduced very nominally. So because of that, we have got a gross margin of 17,500. This is how we plan. Now let's come to budgeting. In budgeting, we can see that the first year plan, we are executing the budgeting on our first year plan, that is 1,000 number of units sold, which we have divided into 4 quarters, means our target has been divided periodically. Like this, we have distributed the revenue in our 4 quarters, and thus the gross margin we are getting here is 1,250. So, by seeing this example, we can say that plan is something which gives us the goal, and budgeting is an allocation of business fund for a shorter time period to achieve the goal. Now let's move forward to forecasting. Forecasting is a process of estimating or predicting a business future financial performance based on the past, current, and projected financial conditions. Let us now understand the types of planning application into more details. There are basically three types of planning application. One is custom planning application, freeform planning application, module-based planning application. Module-based planning applications are further categorized into capital, financial, projects, workforce, and strategic modeling modules. Let us now understand in a bit detail. While creating the application, we have the option of selecting application type. Here we can see there are three types of module as we discussed earlier: the custom, freeform, and modules. After selecting the custom application type, in customize, we will see these dimensions, that is time period, account, year, scenario, version, entity. These are the default dimensions. The custom dimension, in custom dimension, we can add dimension as per the requirement. It can be any, either product, market, etc. Now let's come to freeform application. In freeform application, we will be importing file which we have in which we have created the application in SBase. This file is in the form of OTL or LCM. After loading this file, we will be creating an application in which the dimensions are all as per the requirements. There is no default dimensions as we see in the custom application. Now, the another one is the module based planning application. When we create an application, we will get this option, that is application created successfully. Please configure to enable modules. After selecting the configure, we will see this page in which we can select the type of module we want. We can select more than one module at we can select more than one module also, either financial, workforce, capital, project, strategic modeling, or you can even do it, or even you can select financial and workforce at the same time. After understanding the application types and module types, let us understand the workforce module into more details. To understand workforce module, first we will go to application, then an overview, then in cubes. First, we will understand the architecture of the workforce module. Basically, workforce module consists of three cubes. One is reporting cube, two are BSO cubes. This BSO cube is called as workforce planning cube, and this is called as workforce supporting cube. Let's move to workforce planning cube. Workforce planning cube is a BSO cube, as you can see here. This consists of accounts, currency, employee, entity, job, period, property, scenario, version, and year dimensions. Here you can see that employee and job, we have these two dimensions. This is because in configure, we have selected the granularity as employee and job. If we haven't selected employee and job and only selected job, then we won't be getting employee as a dimension. We will be seeing only job in dimensions. Let us now move forward to workforce supporting cube. We can see that here are some additional dimensions like age band, union code, component. These are the additional dimensions in workforce supporting cube. How does it work? We will understand in more detail in our next video. And this is our reporting cube. That is aggregate storage option. This consists of account, currency, entity, period, scenario, and version and year dimension. These are the three basic cubes of workforce module. Thank you. And for any further queries, please feel free to ask.